4-5 favorite coming off of that 40 Beyer fig on November the 9th. We go to the inside, a horse that is going to certainly play a factor early in this race is the number 1 Charthena, Donald Blankenship, Kevin Gonzalez. This horse made the front both times out on October the 21st and November the 9th. Shows early speed, but just has speed and fade the last 2 times, and a little bit concerned, does have to get the extra distance today of 5.5 furlongs. Is the first time running with Lasix for the number 1, so we'll see if that plays any improvement tonight. It does look like Charthena and Tijuana Bunny are going to be forwardly placed. A horse that is interesting is the number 2, Petronas Street for Brian Cook and Alexander Bendessu. Lightly raced, this horse comes in from Hawthorne. Is down in class today, was running at maiden special weights in the 30,000s, drops down to 17 here. There's some notes on paper that this horse could show speed from the inside as well and play a factor into the pace here, and we'll see how Petronas Street does off of the class drop and 3rd time out today for Brian Cook. A horse to the outside that it's kind of some interesting notes here. The number 9, Xena Cat, Marshall Godsey, Bailey Weatherly up for the 3rd straight start. Xena Cat, coming out of that first race on September the 28th, looked like the horse was ready to run big, didn't break well, but rallied incredible. Had just a thunderous run coming down the stretch there on September the 28th. And I went back and watched the replay on October the 21st, the 2nd time out. It looked like Weatherly tried to instill some speed into Xena Cat, and the horse just didn't really take to it and then kind of steadied and faded there on October the 21st. Interested to see how Weatherly rides tonight for the number 9 Xena Cat. Thinking he might be a little bit more patient and try to get a run from off the pace with Charthena and Tijuana Bunny in Petronas Street to the inside. We do have a couple of first-time starters. Currently 24-1 on the board, the number 3 Animal Security. I looked at this, the dam was winless. It is sired out of Maximum Security, that famous Kentucky Derby where Maximum Security was taken down there. So first-time starter to the inside, Animal Security. Another first-time starter is the number 7 Smart Little Lass. The dam was a 3-time winner, twice on turf. This horse was a closer, so I would expect Smart Little Lass to be coming from off the pace today. Probably an interesting horse that is 41-1 on the screen is Burmista. Gets into this field here off of the scratch. Donald Blankenship out there for the number 11. The dam was unraced, and the sire does have multiple graded stakes wins. They were all turf starts, so we'll see how the number 11 does here. Running on dirt for the first time out, does get that far outside post position. You see the jockeys have taken their mounts. I'm going to send it up to Mr. Peter Berry for the post parade for tonight's first.
Two-year-old fillies are on the track now for race 1. A maiden special weight, 5.5 furlongs, scratch number 6, Creative Zippy. Number 1, Charthena, owned by Norcabina Farms. Kevin Gonzalez riding for trainer Donald Blankenship. Number 2, Petronia Street, owned by Christopher Nolan. Alexander Bendessu riding for trainer Brian Cook. 3, Animal Security, owned by Raymond Dion. Ricardo Barrios riding for trainer Justin Jensen. Number 4, Estrella Silver, owned by Miguel Diaz. Eric Barbaran riding for trainer William Withrow. Number 5, La Pacifica, owned by John Acevino. Yuri Aranga riding for trainer Kelly Fernandez. 7, Smart Little Lass, owned and trained by Stephanie Norris, the rider Joe Stokes. Number 8, Tijuana Bunny, owned by Tijuana Racing Stables. Luis Negron riding for trainer Juan Pablo Silva. 9, Xenacat, owned by LA Racing. Bailey Weatherly riding for trainer Marshall Godsey. Number 10, Lucky and Pretty, owned by JCG Racing Stables. Michael Pagan riding for trainer Juan Carlos Guterra. And number 11 is Brahmastra, owned by Norcabina Farms. Eddie Gerardo riding for trainer Donald Blankenship. Win Place Show, Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, Pick 4 and Daily Double. Post time in 2 minutes.
And the horses are on the track for tonight's first race. We got a 5.5 furlong maiden special weight here. Your current race favorite will be the number 8, Tijuana Bunny. We go with co-second choices at 9-2, starting with the number 5 horse, La Pacifica, the number 9, Xenacat. To the inside, your fourth choice is the number 1, Charthina. And at 12-1, the number 2 horse, Petrona Street. We've got a number of long shots here in tonight's first race, including a number of first-time starters here. This is the start of your early pick 4. We're approaching $20,000 in your early pick 4, and that number will continue to grow as we get closer to post time. Our great racing department has a pick 4 on the screen for you. In race 1, they're going 1 and 8. Race 2, they're going 3, 4, and 11. And definitely check out that race number 2, Jackson's Buddy gets in off of a scratch there to the far outside. Race number 3, they're going 2, 7, and 8, and singling the 5 in race number 4. As we do a little more analysis on this opening affair here, looks like Charthina and Tijuana Bunny will be forwardly placed. Charthina has made the lead but faded in the past couple of affairs. We'll see if that first-time Lasix can make a difference for her tonight. It looks like Tijuana Bunny does sit a really nice trip in second. Some questions for Petrona Street as to where the number 2 horse will be. Is the class dropper in this field? I think at 12-1, you're currently on your board, is some value there shipping in from Hawthorne. And the horse that is going to be my top selection is the number 5, La Pacifica. Last out, really had a bad start but made a great late move. We'll see if La Pacifica can bring that back here tonight. And to the outside, Xenacat is a horse that we'll see if Weatherly's a little more patient here today and takes off the pace and tries to come with a late run. For the first race, my picks are 5, 8, and 9. Get your pick 4 wagers in. Make your bets. Have no regrets.
fillies, 5.5 furlongs. And the first one along is Charthina, first time Lasix with Kevin Gonzalez. Into gate 7, first time starter Smart Little Lass, trained by Stephanie Norris. Joe Stokes riding. Next up is Tijuana Bunny, now trained by Juan Pablo Silva for the rider Luis Negron. Gate 2, Petronia Street, new to Mountaineer, also first-time Lasix, Alexander Bendesu. Into gate 9, Xenacat with Bailey Weatherly. Into gate 10, Lucky and Pretty, making her local debut, Michael Pagan, the rider. Gate 4 is Estrella Silver, the grey, with Eric Barbaran. Last two are La Pacifica, Yuri Uranga, and Brahmastra, first-time starter, trained by Donald Blankenship, the rider Eddie Gerardo. They're all set. They're off and racing. Off slowly was Animal Security, and Brahmastra on the outside, slowly into stride. Charthina from the inside wins the break and moves out by almost a length. Petronia Street is second. Then comes La Pacifica, followed by Estrella Silver. Tijuana Bunny settles 5 off the lead. Mid-pack followed by Animal Security. Then comes Xenacat on the outside. They're 4 in front of Lucky and Pretty. And then to the outside, Brahmastra, and the early trailer is Smart Little Lass. Good duel up front here now. La Pacifica 3 wide goes to the front. Gets a length clear of Petronia Street. Charthina on the inside, hard ridden. Here's Tijuana Bunny making her move out 3 wide. Followed by Estrella Silver. Xenacat's around the outside. And the others are far back, headed by Animal Security. La Pacifica in front down to the furlong pole. She's about 3 or 4 lengths in front. Estrella Silver's getting into second. Petronia Street in the centre battling on. It's La Pacifica and Estrella Silver. Estrella Silver has gone to the lead and wins by a length and a quarter. Second was La Pacifica. Third's tight. Maybe Xenacat just in front of Petronia Street. 107.95. Xenacat Bailey Weatherly at 8 to 1. And a fourth, number 2, Petronia Street,